Hello, everybody. It's meteorologist Hutch Johnson joining you on this Tuesday afternoon. Some showers and thunderstorms rumbling across. You can see the latest in the interactive radar on hutchesweather.com anytime, anywhere. Now, the thunderstorm chances are pretty much out of our area, but we do have some rain showers pushing into the central part of the Dakotas. Your forecast on how low temperatures go coming up right now. But first, my friends at Robert Gibb & Sons want to know that if you have a cool spot, or a warm spot for that matter, in your home or office, a ductless mini split system may be just the answer for you. They're energy efficient, they're quiet, powerful, they provide year-round comfort, and they're quality brand equipment, whatever it takes, installed by the best in the business. Robert Gibb & Sons, serving our community for over 110 years. Let's talk forecast. Here's that regional view. What you're going to notice are these arrows. Wind out of the northwest over the next couple of days, ushering in the blue. That's cold air. We warm up a little bit during the daylight hours out to the west, but we stay on the chilly side of things here. Notice another bigger aerial chance of rain as we go into your forecast, but that's not until we get to right here, Thursday, as we go through the day. So scattered showers tonight with the cool air piling in. We'll see morning temperatures that'll be on the chilly side, and then after that, we'll have an increased chance of rain. Hey, Dale. Hey, Amara. Good to see all of you. Thanks for joining me. Drop a note. Let me know where you're watching from, and I hope you had an awesome holiday weekend. That weather was pretty stunning for the most part. Now, let's take a closer look at our neck of the woods here, and we'll go right back into into our area here. So let's go right back in, and now let's take a look at what we have going on. I'll stop this from running for tonight. Now, we do have a few showers that are out in parts of the western and central Dakotas. The north wind starting to bring the coolest of the air in along the international border here in the Northern Valley. Hi, Cheryl. Hope you're doing good in Park Rapids, Minnesota, where we can see that north wind is blowing. Now, there are some stronger thunderstorms that we'll get to here in a minute, stepping through time as we go through the evening hours. Showers and thunderstorms in southern Minnesota and along the South Dakota border are taking place right now. As we go into the late evening hours, those will race toward the I-90 corridor in southern Minnesota towards Sioux Falls as well. Those could be stout, but they have not yet been severe. Rain in Ashley? Well, I got to tell you what, we do have a chance for some Ashley rain showers here and there. Scattered showers of rain coming out of the central part of the Dakotas if you're looking for Ashley, if you're looking for Wishick, if you're looking for Bismarck out here in Kidder County, and I'm not a Kiddering, we're going to have a chance of some showers pushing in there in the James River Valley as well. Notice just a few sprinkles, but gusty northwest winds and north winds across our region heading into the evening. Cheryl, good to have you on board. Rebecca, same thing goes. Thanks for watching. Arlen on Facebook, happy Tuesday to you as well. As we head into your evening, let's go ahead and check out the forecast now as we go through the overnight hours. And stepping back into it here, we'll see the chance of showers passing through the overnight hours. Not as much of a chance of those overnight rumbles as we had the other day. Smoke, question mark, says Dale Hendrum. How is the smoke? We'll get to the smoke here in 1 second. If you can hold tight, we're going through your hour-by-hour forecast. Overnight, the cold air piles in. We'll see some areas with lows in the 40s up north, passing showers. And as far as rainfall goes tomorrow, it's going to be a cool day with a few sprinkles hit and miss style, but not very widespread. As you see, best chance Northern Valley, off into northern Minnesota, and the rest of us not quite as good of a chance at those showers. Then as we go through, check it out, eh? Now, we're heading into your morning on your morning on Wednesday, and then as we go into your day on Wednesday, things looking pretty good. But look what happens overnight Wednesday night. Big time shower chance with some locally heavy rain pushing in. I can't rule out a rumble of thunder with this activity because the next wave of cool air is coming with this as well. But it does look like a better chance at widespread rain. Some of it could be on the heavy side. That's as we go into your Thursday morning from the James River Valley, Devil's Lake Basin. You folks in Ashley, Wishick, and Lakes Country will all see these showers as we go through the midday hours. They push well into the valley and Minnesota as they work their way through. Notice the pink arrows here? That is some gusty old wind. That means we're going to need some double pump action here with the North Dakota super duper hold hairspray, only available on Hutch's desktop right here. All right, whatever hairspray is your favorite, get it ready and get ready to use it because we're going to have some cold and gusty northwest winds heading our way. Now, to answer your question about the smoke, main thing is cooler air. gusty conditions at times with spotty showers as we go through your Wednesday, more widespread rain on Thursday, and some of us could see well over an inch once again, just like the showers that moved through overnight last night and into the morning. Okay, now let's talk about that smoke. What's going on with our levels of smoke? I got that handy right here, and you asked and you shall receive. Where you see the green dots here across most of greater Minnesota, that air quality index is not too terribly bad at the present time. That means air quality is good for most of us as we go through, but you get up into the Grand Forks area here, you see some little yellow dots out here, an orange dot out there. Those levels are a little bit higher, and as we go into the western Dakotas, the Badlands out there near Medora, Glendive, Montana, those levels are in the orange. So let's look at Glendive, and we'll take a look at a reading of 107 for basically a measurement of how many particulates are in the atmosphere. This is a snapshot of now. So as we go west, that's where the smoke content is higher in the atmosphere. Now let's look at the smoke forecast. Here we go. Check it out. Now, these colors that you're seeing on the map here indicate areas of higher smoke content. So let's go ahead and make sure that we're on the most recent model here. So let's get down to it. Let me just pull up the most recent. Here we go. Okay, so the smoke content is highest out to the west, as we just saw. Notice in the oil patch here, the oranges, that matches up with the orange readings we were seeing there in the 100s or triple digit readings for the content of air, particulates in the atmosphere, and therefore the air quality is pretty low. Notice this, as we go through the overnight tonight, behind this cool front that's pushing through, we'll have enhanced smoke in our area pushing through all overnight. This is about the 1 a.m. time frame. Then as you rise and shine, it's clearing north with clearer, more pleasant air to breathe, if you will, in the northern half of the state, along and north of Highway 200. Along Highway 200 and points south, that smoke level increases as we go through your midday hour. Then heading into the afternoon, it sweeps out of here for most of North Dakota, with exception of the far west and our neighbors in southern Minnesota, Iowa, and, well, also southern South Dakota will have that increased level of smoke. How long does it stay like that? Well, this model only goes out for about 48 hours before we stop trying to calculate where the smoke is coming from. We do that for a couple of reasons. This is one of the only models that models particulates in the atmosphere. And the other reason is that our source of the smoke itself, the fire conditions do change pretty rapidly. And because of that, these models are only allowed to go out for 48 hours or so. But it does show that tonight will be some pretty thick smoke conditions out west. We'll see an increase across the valley as we go through the overnight and morning hours. But by the midday hours, we'll start to see a decrease in smoke and a improvement in your air quality as we go through the day. I hope that, Dale, answers your questions. Now, let's take a look here at what we have going on. Wendy says, I need heat. I can't do the cold. Well, I'll tell you what, it looks like it's going to be a mighty cool next couple of days. Let me pop up the 7-day planner up here, and if you haven't had a chance to see it, Hutch does have some highlight days here for temperatures that'll be in the 30s. Now, some areas will be in the 30s as we go into the Thursday morning time frame. I do think that that's going to be a possibility now, where yesterday it didn't look like that as much. But here's a look at the 7-day planner. As we go through the rest of the week here, we're going to talk about temperatures hovering near 60 degrees. Notice these morning lows in Fargo. On Thursday morning, I have 43 for Fargo, but if you're in the northern communities, we'll see some 30s out there. Frost can happen with air temperatures at face level, which is what we measure. That's the level we measure the temperature at here, is at about 6 feet off the ground. And therefore, temperatures of 35 to 37 here can mean frost on the grassy blades in your lawn out there. So I do think we'll have a chance for some patchy frost across the region Saturday and Sunday morning as another wave of cool air makes its way in. So Thursday brings our next plausible chance of more significant and widespread rain. Some areas picking up over an inch. Here's a look at the rainfall potential with that particular day. And it does look like that rainfall will pass basically along most of North Dakota, with the heaviest rain up to the north, and then into Minnesota, central Minnesota and points north, getting anywhere from 1/3 of an inch to 1/10 of an inch, and isolated places picking up even more. And the models will be more robust, and I'll have an update on the rainfall totals and amounts as we go into it here just a little bit later. Now, last night there was that chance of the Aurora out there, and we did have a few pictures sent in of that. I do want to take a moment. Did you see the Northern Lights? If so, make sure that you upload your photos up here to hutchesweather.com. It's a great place to share what you're seeing in your weather with others. Now, we did have the lightning and the thunder lighting up the skies late last night in Thief River Falls. Justin, thank you for sharing your photo. And then as we continued to go through the overnight hours, that Aurora hit, but there were so many showers and storms there, it was mingling with the clouds out there. Jake capturing a thunderstorm in the distance, but also at about 11 o'clock at night, you can see hints of colors in the sky there, and definitely a possibility of some northern lights. Now, here's Heidi in Old Bemidji with some peekaboo northern lights out there. Thank you, Heidi, for uploading your photos of those northern lights, and check it out at the dock. What about that icy looking lake? I mean, unwavy looking lake, not icy cold anyways. And then the colors in the sky mingling out there. There were reports of the northern lights being visible as far south as the state of Florida. Go figure. So if you do get some photos of the weather tonight, let us know. I did get a few reports of some rainfall, well over an inch in the area for today. So the forecast looks like that. Now let's get back and look at the radar currently. What is going on right now? So we have that increased chance of rain on Thursday with cooler temperatures pushing their way in as we go through. Right now, temperatures look like this with that cool pool along the north. We have the low 60s up in War Road right now. So that cool pool is moving in. Rosa, War Road, 61 degrees. Hallock at 61. But how about Cavalier and Langdon at 59 degrees right now? We have 70 in Grand Forks, 66 as you look into Crookston, and then a 70-degree reading all the way from Detroit Lakes along Highway 10 and into the I-94 corridor until we get to Jamestown. Then it starts warming up a bit. Out in western parts of the Dakotas, we have 79 for Bismarck. And how about this? Ekalaka and points west of there, seeing temperatures near 90 in Miles City. Look at the drop-off here from 90 to 70 between Miles City, Montana and Sydney, Montana, and the oil patch there. So here's another boundary that we have where we have some cooler air, slightly cooler air here and hot air here along the Missouri River Valley. Lake Oahe points south as we go into Chamberlain, Minnesota there. So essentially we, Chamberlain, South Dakota rather, not Minnesota. So essentially the cold pool right now hovering over that lake of our Hudson Bay area and Lake of the Woods area right now. That's going to sneak down into our northern counties tonight. Candy, thank you so very, very much for your sweet offering of stars on Hutch's Weather, helping to support big things here on Hutch's Weather. Now, had a few bumps in the old personal road here over the last several months, and because of that, things have slowed down a little bit with some of the development on Hutch's Weather, but we're back in the saddle again, and I have some exciting announcements coming your way soon, so stay tuned for that. Now, if you have any other particular questions, it does look like we have some cool air that is going to be making its way in, and it's going to last for a while. If you're interested in seeing how long it lasts, I'll have an update on that tonight at 9 o'clock, because we're going to take a look at the climate model, and we'll take a look at how long this air sticks around. So tune in for that tonight. That'll be posted and up there for all of us to talk about tonight at about that 9 o'clock hour. Other than that, I do think we'll have a chance for some showers and storms, and here's where they are right now as we take a look at the regional view. Thunder and lightning, southern and western parts of Minnesota. Look at the Arrowhead fixing to get wet and soggy up there. Not a lot of lightning with the activity going on through the central part of North Dakota right now. And on the I-29 corridor here, as we look near Watertown, a stout line of thunderstorms here with a lot of lightning, as we saw just moments ago. And we also do have some locally heavy rain out there and the possibility for some small hail. These blue boxes that you see right here are just messages from the National Weather Service. So let's take a look at what they say. We're talking about hail potential up to nickel size, nickel in diameter, and we could see a few gusts to 40 miles per hour. From Madison heading into Montevideo here, we do have 40 mile per hour gusts and quarter-inch hail potential with those cells that are moving. These ones moving southeast, these ones moving almost due south towards Clear Lake as we head into the evening, and Watertown itself. Now let's get to North Dakota here, shall we? How about out there at Lake Sakakawea? We do have some heavier showers of rain south of Stanley into Newtown, Garrison, and north of Washburn. We have some showers pushing in towards that Sheridan County area and McCluskey. Not much in the way of hail in our area, Brenda. I don't think we have anything to be concerned about here at this particular juncture. Our severe weather risk tonight looks like this. Remember where we saw those warm temperatures in the 90s out here? And then this cool pool here along that boundary, we could see some development, but the Storm Prediction Center has an outlook for today that really looks pretty benign in our area. Down here towards Sioux Falls and Minnesota, where we're seeing that boundary moving south, this green area is called a marginal risk of severe weather. And that means one or two storms might flirt with severe weather criteria. And you're welcome there, Brenda. Thank you so very much. All right, Hendram, how is the smoke? Okay, I think we've got caught up with all of that smoke information there. I think we're caught up on questions. So what about tomorrow? Is there a risk of severe weather? Nope, it doesn't look like it. That goes way down into the Central Plains. So if you happen to be in western parts of Missouri or into eastern Kansas and Wichita, well, Kansas City, Missouri, those areas there along that I-70 corridor having a chance for some thunderstorms that could be strong to severe from about Salina to Kansas City. And that's the way it's looking for your day on Wednesday. Then heading into Thursday, let's see if we can pop that up here and see. Oh, that is day 3. Let's see. That's there it is. There's day 3. It took a second to load. Same area, just a little bit lower risk for the severe weather. They're in the Central Plains. So that's where the risk for severe weather is. And again, if I'm just going to take a look here on one of my monitors and take a peek at the risk for those northern lights again. The Aurora forecast has been one that's been pretty good, and we've had a pretty active summer, if I don't say so myself. Here's what I'm looking at now. For tonight, we do have some activity, but it's not necessarily as strong as the activity that we saw last night. We do have some good numbers, though, which means that the chance for northern lights could be there. There will be some breaks in the clouds tonight, but there's a batch over the central Dakotas right now as we take a look at this satellite behind me. So what I'm saying is a chance for the Aurora in the overnight hours, but it does look like our numbers are decreasing once we get beyond, say, about midnight to 2 a.m. After that, the risk of us getting Aurora activity or northern lights activity drops off. So it'll be at sunset, and just after we'll have the best chance at seeing northern lights, and the folks with the best chance at seeing that might be right smack dab here in the middle of the Red River Valley. Here is a look at those clouds that we have floating and drifting around out there. Hey, are you all ready for the football season to start? Drop a comment. Let me know. Football season is here. Thursday night, I believe, is a kickoff to the NFL season after an exciting weekend of college ball around the region. And now you can see the effects of the thunderstorms here on the initial cold front. Another surge of cold air moving into parts of central North Dakota right now, causing the clouds and showers we see there. Those clouds and showers not as tall as these massive beasts that are casting shadows. That's what shows the black here. That tells us how tall those clouds are. So the most strong potential for storms is going to be along this boundary as we go through the evening. There is some possibility out here up into parts of central Minnesota, but it looks like the atmosphere is burping the best thunderstorms out here with the greatest risk for some hail and such down in parts of eastern South Dakota. So we do see the pall of smoke. Do you see this haziness out here? That's where the smoke levels are really kind of terrible right now. And it does look like as we head into the morning hours, that's going to continue as well. So quite a number of clouds out here. Chance of seeing the Aurora tonight, even though there is going to be a slight chance of some Aurora activity, well, then indeed we do have a chance, but the chance is going to be slim to see thanks to all these clouds. Brenda asking about Minot and more rain. Yes, it does look like it as we take a look at that latest radar right now. What I'm seeing is the best chance of rain for the entire region is going to come back in as we go into late Wednesday and into Thursday. But right now, as I load up the radar, pardon me while my eyeballs wander here to the right graphic. Let's put on the regional rainfall. So now what we're looking at here is a composite of all the radars in our region. We can see this main event has passed south of Minot. So your chance of rain in that Minot area, not so great. Now, this could be drifting over the Lake Sakakawea area. All of this will be moving southeast along this boundary this evening. So the James River Valley, you folks in Kidder County has a chance of this shower activity pushing its way down towards you. And then the strongest storms, as we saw on the satellite down here near Huron, South Dakota, as we look off to the east in Minnesota, look Look what's going on in the Arrowhead. If you're in Hibbing, thunder and lightning is working its way to the south and east right now along a surge of cool air right there. And that means Ely, you could see some showers and storms pushing into your neck of the woods as well. And Grand Rapids off to the east of you, we're seeing a chance for some thunderstorms right now. So that's where the activity is. Really quiet here in the valley, although it will be cool and breezy for your evening. That is a look at your weather. I do want to take a minute to remind you to head on over to hutchesweather.com anytime, anywhere. This interactive radar on here is really cool. And all you got to do, with whether you're on your cell phone and you go to hutchesweather.com, or you're on some kind of a device at your house like a laptop or a computer or even a tablet, you just scroll the mouse in or use your fingers to basically maneuver around the map, and you can actually tilt the map up and down or get that 3D look and turn and look at things. It's kind of cool. And if you take a look out here at what's going on, you can see the areas of thunderstorms in this old app here. Whether you're watching Hutch from Fargo, North Dakota, Moorhead, Minnesota, or Anchorage, Alaska, out here on the good old Aleutian Islands, it looks like Kenai and the peninsula there, seeing some good showers of rain. And as you go out toward the Aleutians, some heavier rain working its way through. But at least it's not that snow color, right? That's blue. We're not seeing a lot of that now. Over much of Canada, things are quiet until we get into Ontario. So head over to Hutch's Weather, interactive radar, let it track your location. You'll get a 7-day forecast for your location. It'll tell you if I'm live right at the top, or if you have a watch or warning or advisory from the National Weather Service in your area, you'll be covered. Dina, thank you for watching from West Fargo. It's good to see you, and I hope you have a wonderful evening. I'm going to be posting more details on this extended forecast and how long this cold air lasts as we talk again a little bit later tonight. Please keep my fine sponsors on the top line and even on the lower lines here as you peruse around Hutch's Weather. You can sign up to be a weather kid right here, thanks to my fine friends at Luther Family Ford. You can also keep scrolling, and this is where you're going to see the photo upload section. Very popular anytime any weather is happening out there right now. Also, a partner of mine is, my friends over at inews.tv. They keep us posted on local news, so you can find that here on Hutch's Weather as well. And I do want to remind you, Dumb Blazers Painting. You know what? If you have some exterior or interior painting, they do it all. You can click on the logo link right here, and it'll take you to the Dumb Blazers page. They've been in business for many years, and they basically do it all in the tri-state region. So give them a call. Tell them that Hutch sent you, and guess what? On your paint project, they're going to knock off about 10%. Call for details. My friend Sean over at Dumb Blazers Painting will get the job done and get the job done right. So that's a look. Thanks for supporting all of my fine sponsors, and thank you for watching and making Hutch's Weather this interactive treat that it is to visit about the weather. Nathan, good to see you on board. Is everybody staying warm? I am not ready for the big time cool down myself, although I'm not sad to see those dew points that were in the 70s with the air you can wear go away. That's my thoughts on that. And Pedro would tend to agree, although he must be out staring at squirrels right now because he's not here helping me with the weather. I'm going to note this on his timesheet for this week. All right. Thank you so much. Brenda says she is ready for the cool down. Thanks, Dina, for watching. Dale, Cheryl, Rebecca, Mayor. Mayor, thank you so much for sending stars my way. I appreciate each and every one of you. You have a wonderful Tuesday evening. And coming up a little later tonight, we'll discuss more details on our extended forecast. More rain coming our way. I'll have an updated rainfall forecast, but I do think we'll have a few areas getting well over an inch of rain again as we go into Thursday. And what about frost? We'll update you on all of those facts. You know what? Those newer models don't come in until we get to about the 11 o'clock hour this time of year. So we'll keep our eyes on that. I'll keep you posted. But for now, I'm meteorologist Hutch Johnson thanking all of you. Have yourself a good evening, and we'll talk again here in just a bit.